You know, Devon Campbell is a guy that we feel like will play for this team immediately, and may put us in situations where we're playing two-point guards at the same time, just because I think he's got a confidence level that speaks to playing to a freshman. He's got a skill level that's going to make it very difficult for even more athletic players to stay between him and the basket. I think he's got a great sense for running a team, and is a better shooter than we thought maybe he might be when we saw him in November. When we went back and saw him in March, it looked like he had greatly improved in that area, and I think he's going to be a very good player here. CJ is a little different than Devon Campbell in that he's a guy that can really shoot it from the three-point line, whereas Devon is really great inside the three-point line, 17 feet to 13 feet. CJ is a guy who has played on very successful high school teams, most recently winning a state championship at Laverne Lutheran, which I think is very important to have on any player who's going to have the ball in his hands as much as CJ will. He's got an uncanny knack of finding the open guy, and we think he's going to have a good future here. Cedric Lang is going to be physically strong enough to play as a freshman, and is probably going to be a little better scorer at this level as he progresses than he was at the high school level. He's a guy who's extremely determined to be a very good college player. We signed him feeling like he was going to be a developmental player, a guy that was going to take 2-3 years. But I think that he's going to play a little quicker than we thought he was going to play. I initially thought about redshirting him, but just looking at his physical appearance, knowing that he already has a knack for getting the ball off the boards, that he can really pass the ball, I think he's got a chance to play quite a bit for us as a freshman. Yeah, Mitch is one of 2 junior college players that we signed. He's always been a great teammate, a guy that's into winning basketball games over self-analysis and self-stats. He's a distributor. He's a guy that, if his feet are set, can make an open shot. I think he's going to make the right pass at the right time, and I think he's going to make free throws late in games. Malcolm Moore was signed here to be a guy that we could throw the ball to on the low block, even though he's a little undersized for a low block player. We felt like he could go make baskets from the low post, and that's becoming a rare find in college basketball. Not many guys are equipped with the footwork and the skill level to get it done. I think his biggest question is going to be, is he going to have the lift off the floor, and being undersized, is he going to be able to transfer the shots he was able to make at the junior college level to the college level? We think he's a great competitor, and like all the other guys we have, is a great citizen. So we're real excited to have him. Darius Nelson we entered the recruitment of Darius Nelson earlier than any of our other prospects in March of 2010. And Darius was a guy that we knew could score, we knew could pass, we knew could post. Well, we knew that he had a perimeter shot and a great feel for playing offensive basketball. Darius committed to us that he was going to attempt to lose weight to give himself the best opportunity to play. Darius is a guy that, if he gets his weight down to 230, he's going to have just a tremendous career here at UTEP, because all the tools are there for him to have a great career. His battle is going to be against himself, to be self-disciplined, to continue to always put his body first, which means that he's putting his team first and his game first, which is going to give us the best opportunity to win, because all the tools, all the intangibles he possesses. Jaylen Ragland was a guy that we viewed as a junior in high school when we recruited him as a senior in high school, just because of his age and lack of physical definition. He should have been in the junior year had it not been for 1 week. And so he's going to be a little bit behind our guys physically, but in terms of skill level, he's not behind at all. We felt like if Jaylen had come back for his senior year this year, that he would have been one of the top 50 high school players in the country just because of his all-around skill level. The things that he'll have to work on is the physical part of the game, getting stronger, continue to work on his ball handling, continue to put his nose in there and mix it up a little bit on the boards as a 6'6" guard. But we've always played with big guards, and we know that Jaylen can shoot the ball. Jockes is going to have a fine 2 years here, as long as what we saw every year in practice is what he's really about. Sometimes you don't know about guys until you get them to the floor, but you want his agenda not to change. His agenda's been about team. His agenda's been about distributing. His agenda's been about not trying to do more than he can do. He's got great quickness, great speed. I feel like he can shoot the ball off stationary, and I feel like he can finish the ball. But I love his speed and quickness. I love his sense for the game. I like the fact that he's played 2 years already at the Division I level. Like the fact that he's practiced with us. And he's a guy that we're going to count on, and count on heavily, I hope. Hooper Vint was a late sign for us, and I looked at Hooper and felt like this guy's got a future, because he can run at 6'11". He's got great hands, which a lot of big guys don't. Didn't feel like he was a mistake player. Felt like he was a guy that had great touch, both from the foul line, stretching out even as far as the three-point line, who just need continued development with his low post game and added strength. I think he's dedicated to becoming a very good player. I think he's going to be a great listener, and if that's the case, I think he's going to be able to work on the things he has to work on in his low post game to eventually become a very, very fine player here at UTEP. Julian Washburn has a chance to be one of the better players in our league before he leaves here. He's got speed, 6'7". He's got ball handling ability, which I think he can play the 2, and if we get in a pinch, could even play the 1. I think he can defend 1 through 4. I'm counting on him to be our best perimeter defender. I like his ability to shoot it stationary. I like his ability to shoot it off of 1 dribble or 2 dribbles, and love his ability to finish. I think he's got a great future. Well, I think the most important thing is getting acclimated to the college level and doing it over a 6-week period, and understanding that a routine is what the college level is about. They have an opportunity to go to class, meet with tutors, get in the weight room, and then they play some pickup ball at night. We don't get a chance and an opportunity to work with them, but I think the fact they're getting to know each other is important. I think the fact that they're trying to get settled in now socially, and that will help them when they get back here in September. That won't be the issue. It's going to be about basketball and academics at that point. So we're real excited that we had the majority of our guys here this summer. Yeah, it's very, very comparable, other than we had a couple of those guys there practicing with us that transferred in. We did with Jockes Streeter this year. The one difference is we've gone with high school players in terms of this turnaround versus junior college players and transfers, which we did at Iowa State back in 1995 when we had a remarkable turnaround. I think this one we're going to have to be a little bit more patient with them, let these guys grow and develop physically. In some cases gain weight, some cases lose weight, and get adjusted to the Division I level. But I like our guys. I don't think there are any mistakes. They're coming into a league much like the Big 8 was at that time. That's going to be very strong with a lot of returning players who can play, and that's always a challenge.